blowing my mind.
I'm kind of blowing your mind a little.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. This week, brought to you by... I'm Gus.
John.
I'm Blaine.
Barbara.
Gus.
So far away from you.
Yeah, so far. You like it? You enjoying that chair over there?
I do, yeah. I like this chair's so much more comfortable than the couch.
Is that an enjoyable distance from Gus? Is that like the preferable
Actually,
distance?
it's too far. I like being close to Gus.
you switch?
She misses.
I can
Yeah,
take
that's
that
fine.
chair.
We could all just touch and
No, I'm
you
great.
guys can get to each other.
Share the energy.
It's all mine, baby.
What's new? I heard, but like someone said something racist recently, and then
Wow, getting right into it.
I
like how you start the podcast with, well, what's new?
You're so
You didn't even bring anything. You're like, did someone say something racist? You're like asking the question.
well, I don't know.
What did you hear?
I heard PewDiePie.
Who this week made something
PewDiePie said the N-word during a stream or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then now, like, it's like a very polarizing subject. Even though
now
it's
the
very...
N-word's a polarizing
I don't-
subject.
No. Like,
I don't
PewDiePie
understand
himself
that
is a-
point at all. I was playing the video at lunch. I was playing the video, I think, for Adam Baird to show him what had happened. And then Barbara was walking by with her plate, and she just like stopped and froze. And you had the most guilty look on your face.
Well, it's because I didn't know that happened. I was completely out of touch this weekend because I was at a
Right.
convention. But I was grabbing my plate of food, and just as I was turning around to sit down at the table, I hear very loudly the N-word come from your phone. And
Did he
I
hit
did not respond. I didn't know who it was. Like, what are you watching?
That's rough.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a word for it. Yeah.
I don't understand the people defending this situation.
I think there's going to be people defending.
Wait, who's defending the situation and why?
I think there's diehards that defend their celebrities, their icons to the bitter end. I mean, it was like the Chris Brown fans were like defending him right away, and he literally had pictures of a bloodied woman that went along with it.
fun.
And so it's just there's the people that defend it, and then there's the people that are automatically set to think that the internet blows things out of proportions, which the internet does on occasion. And so they just automatically go, well, you're just blowing this out of proportions. Take a joke.
Not really.
Nope.
Roll out of proportion.
No,
I think the response is appropriate. Maybe should be a little more.
Yeah.
I think if anything, it shows how easily he just drops that into normal conversation.
Yeah,
and
you
obviously
don't-
he edits that out if he uses that in a video, but
Yeah,
live stream he cannot.
if you don't say a word very often, if it's not normal, like, nomenclature for you, it's not something that comes up so
Didn't
easily.
slip out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that was what was most shocking. It was like just the casual way it slips out as like an insult to someone.
Yeah.
Just
And
like,
he doesn't even react. He's not like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
like, he does
just
say I'm
keeps-
sorry.
I feel like
When?
Very quick. He's laughing.
He's
says, "I'm
laughing while he
sorry."
says it.
Then he says,
He's laughing while he says it.
"Oh, what is this guy? An asshole?" Like he changes it. Like those two words aren't equivalent. You can't remake the sentence.
I didn't see that
Synonyms,
part.
that guy's reached a level of like fame and fortune though that I feel like he's transcended the normal rules of humanity. Like he doesn't care.
Is that the Trump effect?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just like you've reached this level of like being untouchable that it's just like,
Do you think you and I at some point, like collectively, could get to that point?
no, we're
Come on, we can do
we're
it.
gonna be poor and not famous for a while.
Don't say that, okay?
I made a tweet earlier today because it was like, when that happened, like it was on a live stream, someone had just donated money to PewDiePie.
I like that.
And their name popped up on screen right as he says that. And I was like, man, that is the worst time donation ever.
He was donating for it.
Oh, God. I was like, I can't imagine, like, if my name popped up on that stream. I was like, no. Because people are going to watch that clip over and over.
Hasn't PewDiePie been accused of racist shit many times before?
Oh yeah.
Or is it like prejudice shit?
He did
Well,
the
that's why he
whole-
lost his Disney deal.
He did the Nazi.
Oh, the
salute
Nazi thing, right.
Yeah. Boy.
Which has come back in a fashion in a big way in America lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the definition of fashion?
Fascism.
Fascism.
Paul Hollywood had a picture of him in a Nazi suit came out.
Who's Paul Hollywood?
Paul Hollywood's British Bake Off dude.
Oh, I've never watched British Bake Off.
Yeah, what was the context of that?
He was at a costume party and there was like a whole theme that they were all dressed as characters from a TV show.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
So I might be getting that a little bit off, but it was as a joke, but that's not a really good outfit to ever wear as a joke unless you're being filmed by Rooster Teeth.
So they
Yeah.
were, so I'm reading his explanation. He said, I'm absolutely devastated if this caused offense to anyone. The picture was taken 14 years ago on our way to a comedy TV show's themed New Year's Eve party.
There you go.
And a group of us dressed up as characters from the classic TV show, Hello, Hello.
One more time.
Spelled.
Hello, Hello.
Hello.
It's literally apostrophe ALLO, apostrophe ALLO.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone who knows me knows I'm incredibly proud of the efforts of those, including my own grandfather who fought against the Nazis during the war. Still, poor decision making.
Yeah, I don't know how that's something where you could say it was taken 14 years ago. You were in your 30s, you know, or 40s even.
There was some controversy by like some K-pop group a few years ago too, I think, where they had a music video where they were all dressed up like Nazi officers.
Yeah,
and people were like, "What the fuck
that
are you
sounds
doing?"
familiar. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's even I don't know how you ever dress up like that and then get photo or video evidence of it ever taken.
I'm currently racking my brain for mine, but I'm going to throw this question out there and see if any of you guys can answer it. If you have something in mind, what's the stupidest thing that you defended, where you were just clearly fucking wrong, but you still defended it?
I think so. I'm not saying I'm wrong for defending the women's screening of Wonder Woman, but the way I explained myself for defending it was wrong.
What'd
We
you
talked
say?
about it on Always Open. Just the discussion kind of went off the rails. We were drinking, and I was very much like girl power.
Yeah.
And
How dare you?
I think just the way I tried to back it up, I think was wrong, and I publicly am saying that.
Yeah, I defended it. I don't give a shit.
The biggest thing I defended I was wrong about was Blade and my Blade tattoo on the back of my neck.
What?
It's not as good of a movie as I thought.
Essentially, what I said was because like women have been discriminated against and like have had all this history of not being able to participate in a lot of things. That's like, yeah, fuck yeah. But a lot of people took that as like me saying, like justifying that because we've experienced that, it's okay that now other people are discriminated against, which was not what I was trying to say, and it came out completely wrong. And yeah,
I think you're still fine though.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins just got signed to officially direct the Wonder Woman sequel.
I did not know that.
I think they just announced that today.
That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I
She
think
did a
they're
very good
shooting
job.
for a December 2019 release date, I think.
Gal Gadot is adorable.
Gadot.
Gadot.
I get corrected every time.
I've heard it pronounced 4 ways, so now I can never remember.
Or the T is silent.
Nope,
Gal
it's not.
Gadot.
Because there's a video of her saying her name that someone showed me
Gadot?
once. And she says the
Gadot.
T, but she is absolutely adorable. And I mean that in a way of like, every time she's on like social media or she's in an interview and she's just, I love her. I love
She
her.
seems
that
like a nice
picture.
person.
Did you see
adore
that
her.
news that she auditioned for Furiosa?
Did she?
Ooh.
She did and didn't get
She
the
did
part.
not get the
So
part.
I'm totally fine with that because I feel like Charlize Theron fucking
she killed it.
nailed it.
Yeah, she's awesome. for
And
Furiosa.
plus, like, I feel like that might have muddled things for her getting Wonder Woman, maybe. I don't know. I'm glad with how that turned out.
yeah, if the end result is getting Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
I'm happy with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's that picture of her meeting the little girl dressed as Wonder Woman. I think it was at like San Diego Comic
She was
Con.
like
grabs her
crying.
hands.
And she's just like looking at her, and the little girl's like looking at her like so admirably.
There's
It's the
a
cutest
video that goes along with that. The girl was like crying because I think she was like nervous or something. She's like, "It's okay, we're friends, we're together. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
And she's just like super sweet, and Aquaman's down there like, "Oh."
Yeah. Now that's a good female role model.
Yeah.
The videos during their whole press junket for Wonder Woman of her and Chris Pine were some of the most fun like
There it is.
press screening interviews to ever watch because they got obviously through the filming of the show, her and Chris Pine got very familiar and friendly and became good friends. And so to the point where Chris would often have fun with her broken English that she would even have fun with as well. And so their little interactions when she would say like really cute ways of phrasing things was just fantastic to watch. Almost like on the same, like those, the duo press screening things that happen that when two like awesome people just get silly with each other on those press screens are the best. It's kind of like when Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds were on the press screening for Life and we're just getting absurd and silly and giggly like two little girls.
Clearly having a good time together.
Yeah, because they had a good
chemistry.
time. Yeah.
I feel like there's also been some bad stuff that have resulted in those because those are like long and strenuous to the point that the celebrities that are being interviewed just kind of
like
get
sad Affleck.
fucking tired. Yeah, so there's sad Affleck, but then there's like Jeremy Renner said some shit and like I don't know.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
we
what
had-
did he do?
He said something to the effect of Black Widow is like a slut or something like that.
Oh,
Right,
God.
I remember that. I remember
Which like
that.
I remember the context of it, and I feel like I could kind of get like I could get what the joke he was trying to make was, but it didn't land. So he got some shit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
I didn't hear about that.
I went
It was
to
long ago.
I went to I went to San Diego Comic Con, and Alana was like, "Hey, I've got a surprise for you," and I was like, "Okay." And I didn't know what it was, and I kept on guessing throughout the day, and like all these things were going on. Like Blade Runner was there, and Justice League was there. They're like all these big movies were being promoted and stuff like that. So we go into the room that IGN was shooting their live show at, and we sit down, and like everybody's kind of like just sitting there nervously and waiting around. And then in walks fucking Harrison Ford and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "They're doing a Blade Runner press junket, and I wanted to."
You mean Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling, yes, yeah.
I was like, why would Harrison Ford and Ryan Reynolds been together?
Yeah, it's just like they're in a
One of the Ryans.
Denise Villeneuve or whatever is the director.
Villeneuve.
But like when that happened, I was like,
Did you just cream your pants?
yeah. I mean, it was incredible too because like Harrison Ford, like he was
Did he touch you?
like this close to me
Oh
at
my.
one point.
Oh my.
And,
Did you smell him?
He literally growled as he walked by.
Like in a sexy way?
That's
Yeah,
just
like I
exhaling.
looked and he was just like,
Oh.
Way.
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty incredible.
My heart
What do
would
you
have
think?
stopped.
So you're mentioning all these big movies.
Mhm.
Who do you think is going to direct Star Wars Episode 9?
Bernie Burns.
First of all, I'm super okay with Trevorrow getting booted because I feel like he just doesn't fit. Like, I feel like you got J.J. Abrams, you got Ryan Johnson, you got Trevorrow. It just doesn't really make sense. Like, Jurassic Park World was like okay, but I don't think it's like Star Wars quality. I don't think
was
he's
not
the right
okay.
director for it. It was just like he was lazily
Do you
written.
think that was the Jurassic World issue? Do you think that's directorial or script?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, it was just too silly. Like the original Jurassic Park, it's like about family and like it's just like really phenomenal performances and it had a lot of meaning and heart to it. And Jurassic World was just like pressing all the nostalgia buttons. And it
It's
didn't
hard to
really-
tell with like those. I think a lot of those big tentpole production things in like blockbusters to tell. Like, I think a lot of it's easy to say it's the director's fault. But there's a lot of fingers in the pot.
Right. I
Yeah.
think when there's the budgets get that big, everyone has a huge interest.
Yeah.
in
Sure.
trying to steer it.
But like, I remember seeing that in the movie theater, Jurassic World, and I was like, oh, that was fun. That was such a blast. I saw the Jeep. I saw the T-Rex. That was great. And then I watched it get on a plane and I was like, that was a very good movie.
Yeah.
I was like, that in comparison, that seems like
Were you
Lost
at a
World.
screening that was really busy? Because usually, I mean, the group
Yeah, I did.
mentality, you usually play off of each other. Like, I've found movies more funny being in a group than I have watching it by myself. Or,
sure.
more entertaining being in a group.
Alien versus Predator was like the fucking shit when I saw it in the theaters, and it's a terrible movie.
Well, I guess the way to think about it is if you're on a plane and Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are playing at the same time, which is the one you tune into to watch?
Well,
Obviously,
Park-
Jurassic
Right.
Park.
But yeah, so I'm okay with him leaving. I
What if
wish him the
Jack and Jill-
Best of luck, but
and Clicker.
I think that
Click actually was a good movie.
Click, yeah,
Clicker.
it's all right.
Click.
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 Click. I feel like
Clicker is what you
J.J.
call it.
Abrams probably won't come back. Ryan Johnson seems like he's having fun with 8, and depending on the success, like I feel like they might approach him on it.
Yeah, he tweeted out immediately. He was like, "I like the process. It was fun." Like
Yeah,
he was immediately
But
like that.
they'd have to pick someone before 8 comes out because Episode 9 has a release date of May 2019. We're less than 2 years away at this point.
I don't.
Yeah.
I could foresee them pushing though because I feel like right now it's supposed to come out in May, like summer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them releasing in winter, and I feel like that's not like they have no competition during the winter. It
When's
seems
Game of Thrones the last season supposed to come out?
They haven't announced.
2034.
They have not
It's
announced.
2019 though, right?
They have not said that.
Oh,
They have
okay.
not said anything.
Yeah.
Wonder what's gonna happen first.
Ryan Johnson would be dope, but it would be cool if they like just like threw us for a loop and got like Spielberg or something like that.
Would Spielberg be throwing us for a loop? I don't think that's really throwing people for a loop. What do you mean Spielberg is associated with Star Wars?
Well, directing.
I know, but
Yeah.
directing, but still, like
you
it's not really
you
that much of a
wouldn't
loop.
See that, but yeah,
As opposed to like we got Darren Aronofsky to direct it.
They
so
won't do anybody
That's
with
what I'm
that
saying.
much.
That's throwing it for a loop.
but like a Christopher Nolan or something that would be crazy. That'd be nuts.
Get David Lynch.
No,
Wasn't he in the running for Jedi?
Yeah,
Wow, what a weird
And that took a-
Star Wars film.
That would have been really weird.
That way.
But-
Ewoks would have been totally different.
You know how like often when like the directors part ways because of like it's because of creative differences because they weren't doing what the studio would want. That would have been the quickest announcement. We've signed on David Lynch and we've
he's gone.
parted ways with David Lynch.
but like I feel like Disney's looking for people that are like company men, and I think that's why they picked up Ron Howard. Like I feel like he was a safe move because he's got like a he's a good director, but he doesn't have like he was not as crazy as Lord and Spencer were. So
I'm
I feel like
available.
Yeah, but you bring them on. You're bringing them on for that. Like that was the kind of.
I think that was more of like a headline type thing. They wanted to get like the big splashy headline. Oh, we got
Do you
the
think
guys
you
that
could-
did the
they don't
Lego
need that
movies.
Do you think you could direct a movie
Totally.
on that scale?
Yeah.
Oh, not right now?
Yeah.
No.
Like right now.
But in
Easily.
give me 10 years.
Yeah.
Like my ultimate goal in life is to direct a Star
So
Wars.
you heard that here. 10 more seasons, $1 million butt, and then Blaine is directing a Star Wars movie.
No, I you know.
2029.
That's awesome. That's a good goal to have, I think.
Yeah,
work.
and then I'll go to the red carpet premiere and I'll see the movie and then I'll shoot myself. And be like,
your-
it's over.
God.
My life.
Oh my God.
My life is
Jesus.
done.
Wow.
Everything I've ever
Wow.
wanted
The
to do.
happiest moment of my life.
was-
Couldn't
yeah.
go up from here.
I can't go up from there.
Okay.
God, Blaine, what's wrong with you?
It's what I want to do with my life. There's nothing more that I want to do except for direct a Star Wars movie.
Oh, good.
Fucking Bud Dwyer on the red carpet.
Jesus. All right.
Just the second it lets out, you're just like, well,
Well, I mean, I don't mean to joke. That's probably that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Can't really do an ad read after that.
what's the
Do you
what's
want me
the-
to pick up the mood?
No, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So I prepared something for the podcast.
You did.
I did prepare.
He brought a gun to shoot himself.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm trying to change the tone, you idiot.
Sorry.
Okay? As in, John's here to help Blaine.
What do you
Please
have?
help.
What do you have for us?
Okay, so today that we're filming is the 11th of September. Tomorrow.
Bring up the mood, John. Bring it up. Here we go. September 11th.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Here we go.
I was if moron over here would just shut
So
up.
tomorrow's the 12th.
Don't call Barbara a moron.
Tomorrow's the 12th, and that's my birthday.
Oh, it is your birthday.
It's fine.
Did you bring yourself a birthday present?
No, I brought you guys birthday presents.
What?
Why?
Just because
I'm scared.
I'm turning. It's a very special birthday. I'm turning 33. It's not a special birthday,
Double
so I might as well just mess around here. Give me
Oh my God,
gift.
you bought actual gifts?
You got a
brought
bid.
gifts.
He's
He
doing
wasn't
a bid.
kidding.
I'm not kidding.
There's like wrapped and bagged
that's
stuff.
Barbara.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so every president has a lot of meaning to it. I even brought something
God.
for Bernie, but he wasn't here.
I'm going to be all full of glitter.
Yeah, there's a lot of meaning behind every gift. So be sure and
We should take turns
bag up.
opening
Open
gifts.
up
So
a
you
little
should
bit.
go
There you
first,
go.
then I'll go.
Who should go first?
It's a cupcake on this side, but it's a glittery cupcake on this side.
I say we take turns.
What does that mean, Blaine?
you could
What
just-
does that mean?
yeah, you could
Of
pull
course
out
we're going to
something.
take turns.
It's not out of the realm of possibility that we would open our gifts at the same time out of excitement because we're so excited about our friend John giving us gifts.
Well, who should go first? John?
I'll go first.
I think Blaine should go first.
Wow, you really wrapped these nicely, too.
Well, yeah, you don't just half-ass this kind of stuff.
What did you
have to
put-
put a lot of thought
Now I want
into
to be
this.
covered in glitter the rest of my life.
I got crayons.
Oh yeah, so you've been writing a lot.
Aww.
So I got you a little notepad and some crayons to do your writing with. And you're always looking out for your health. So I got you. What kind of flavor did I get you?
Is that baby food?
Banana kiwi baby food. And you're just really special to me, and I wanted to make sure you knew it.
Wow.
Oh, that's
That's the
sweet.
best
So I got
birthday
you a
gift
little
ever.
tiara for my little princess.
That's really nice.
John.
Why'd you delay so long in saying thank you?
Who should go next?
I
Barbara.
was so touched by it.
Barbara can go next. I really
Okay.
like Barbara's gifts a lot.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I got your tissue paper.
I also like how you wrote Bimmy.
Yeah, too bimmy.
Ah, it squeezes my
Bimmy.
face.
It's a little tight on.
Oh, what's this? A Hot Wheels?
Oh, you've been traveling a lot, and so I figured you might be getting bored on the plane, so I got you a little card.
Oh.
It's an emoji card too.
From like the emoji movie?
It's not from
Oh
the
my God,
movie,
it's
but it's
called a
totally like
Motorcar.
trying to cash in on
Okay,
that.
okay.
My head
Very
hurts.
cute.
But, like, it
Thank
has,
you,
like-
John.
It's a licensed emoji product, but not an emoji movie product.
You have such a sweet tooth, so I made sure to get you a little bit of something to nibble on.
Sugar cubes?
Yep.
Are you calling her a horse?
No.
I do kind of look like a horse sometimes. That's okay.
And the last one is just because girls always like candles, so I got you a candle.
Wow.
It doesn't even smell like anything.
I don't know. I just pick a candle out.
Is that Jesus or is it a saint? Does it say?
That's Jesus.
No, it's St. Jude Tadeo. Tadeo?
Yeah.
Oh, I look like Jesus to me.
No,
I mean, he
I
doesn't
don't-
have the
I don't
long
think
hair.
that's
I
Jesus.
know what Jesus looks like.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't get you Jesus.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm going to take the sticker off, probably.
I can
I'll
feel
leave
my heartbeat in my skull.
I think the age range might be a little lower than you, Blaine.
Saying I'm not a princess.
Happy
guys?
birthday stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blaine, you feel free to crack right into that baby food anytime
I was
you want.
gonna wait until Gus is done. I don't want to steal a spot.
I've got-
Gus.
Ooh, modeling clay.
Oh, I always thought of you as an intellectual and always working on your mind, so I got you a little something so you can create. You have some creative time on your own.
Thank you.
With modeling clay. I've always thought of you as a smart person.
Hey, Gus, you want to trade?
I got a rubber band.
Oh, and then on top of that, you have a very stressful job, and so I got you a little something that you can kind of squeeze and fiddle with. Just thinking for your mental health.
I like rubber band balls. I also like throwing them and watching them bounce.
Oh, you are so much a fan of your car. I made sure to get you an air freshener. I don't know what anything smells like, so black ice just sounded cool.
I don't know what black ice is either.
It just sounded cool. I don't know why that would be like. What's it smell like?
It doesn't. It might be like a smell.
Isn't black ice the stuff that if you touch with your car, you will immediately
I'm gonna open
crash?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
Why would there be
it's very
something called an
deceiving.
air freshener that would be?
I have a question for you, John.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not get all of these gifts at the Dollar Tree?
No, I didn't go to the Dollar Tree. Excuse me.
HEB.
I went to HEB.
Black ice smells. I can't open it.
Here.
Blaine, open it. Help me out.
Oh, it changes faces.
Yeah, it's the little
Like,
emoji.
there's one more thing in here
changes.
while you
Oh,
open
it's
that.
only happy and
And
sad.
I got you just a little something extra special since you don't have any kids and you don't ever get to have opportunities to play with toys. I got you a Barbie.
Oh, Gus, can we trade?
And I made sure she was not just the white one.
I was gonna say thank you for not just getting the white one. Thank you for getting one that I can relate.
Yeah, I got you one for I got you a person of color
What
Barbie.
It smells
does she
like
have a
the
name?
guy that was probably grinding on Barbara at the club this weekend.
Yuck. So,
Accurate?
why is it?
It's good, but I just put it way too close to my nose.
What does it
smells
smell like?
It smells like Axe.
It smells like
Like the deodorant
like
spray?
a frat guy.
Give me that. You have my axe.
My Axe.
Oh yeah, it's like Irish Spring.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
good.
it is.
The soap?
Irish Spring soap.
Oh
yeah,
shit! Don't insult me.
that's exactly what this is.
It is, and that's
Yeah.
what I wear.
Pro
That's what I
tip,
sit
don't-
in.
You don't even
Put it
know. You
straight
didn't
into your
recognize
nose.
it.
No. All right, I'm gonna crack this
So there
bad
you
boy
go.
open.
Those are
John.
that's just basically applesauce. So you're fine with that.
It's banana and kiwi sauce.
Banana and kiwi.
Those are two things I don't typically like. So.
We'll see how it tastes.
You don't like bananas? Well, thanks.
Oh my God! It's viscous. It's like poo poo.
It's like applesauce.
I look forward to celebrating John's birthday every year now.
Yeah, me too. Could this become a tradition?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, look at it comes out.
You don't have to impress the baby.
And the
with how it
baby has
looks.
shown up.
Babies will just eat it.
Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you,
Happy
John.
birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday. to
Thank you,
us.
and congratulations on surviving another year around the planet.
Yep,
Around
I
the
did it.
sun.
I did it. 33.
You're so old.
Oh,
I'm very old.
it's also what? Hold on, let me get some clarification. on
Confirming
here.
something?
Yeah,
All right.
I get messages.
It's also September 11th.
Michael's birthday today.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
Jones?
Michael Lindblad.
Yeah.
Oh, Booth Michael.
Oh,
There he
Happy
is.
birthday.
Hey.
I didn't bring you anything. Oh, wait. No,
Or
you
as
have
our
Bernie's
audience
gift.
knows, the guy who holds up the signs. In
I
the
got you a
pre-show.
gift. Come get your
He
gift,
might
Michael.
not be able to get up. Can he
Someone
get up?
get-
He's
Someone-
switching. He's currently the reason you're on screen right now, John.
Wait, switching happens out here now?
Someone
No,
get.
he's in there.
Oh yeah, in there.
It was for Bernie, but it can be for you now.
Oh.
There's one very special gift in there. So you be sure and
Why don't you be like a brand new bottle of bourbon or something, actually?
Yeah,
a little sack. Like that. There you go.
Are you going to open on camera? If we
He
have
doesn't
that
have
camera?
to.
I don't know if we can switch to the control room camera during the Oh, we can.
yeah,
Okay.
we
Oh, there you go. Oh, good. I'm glad everyone gets to see what it is. You can just tear it open.
Glad Gus is in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gus is
everywhere.
everywhere. Gus is on the back of Tony's computer as well. It's the little ice cubes. Oh, it's a coupon for
hug.
free hug.
Aw.
And then it's those little reusable freezer ice cubes. I got it for Bernie
yeah.
because he's so enamored
But
with
now
ice.
Michael
Yeah,
has it.
he's weirdly enamored with us.
Yeah,
Happy
he just likes to
birthday.
show off his clear ice every single time I'm at his goddamn house.
You know why he's showing off that ice? He's always making drinks and cooking.
What else?
Speaking of cooking, did you know that this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by... Yeah, it's fun. I like being in my kitchen and cooking and spending the time to prepare a Blue Apron meal. Although I did do something very dumb the other day.
What'd you do, Gus?
I love
doing
hearing about
something
dumb
dumb?
Gus.
I did something so
Don't break
dumb.
this bubble of
This is such a
perfection I have around
rare
you.
occasion for you to admit that you're dumb.
I was preheating my oven and went to open it, and there was a cookie sheet in there. And I was like, oh, that shouldn't be in there.
And on the cookie sheet, a
So
child.
I got an oven mitt,
Jesus. What is wrong with you?
Ah, just
and I
a
put the
little
cookie sheet on top of my oven, And I was like, okay, I'll just leave it there to cool down. Put something in the oven. Then I was like, oh, what's that cookie sheet doing there? That shouldn't be there. And I grabbed it with my hand that did not have the oven mitt. I picked it up and I went, oh, that's hot. And I put it back down. And I was like shaking my hand. I was just like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Oh no.
And then you look at your fingers 10
and it's
minutes
like, you can
later.
see it's like all blistered.
Oh wow.
Like on all my fingers. But it doesn't hurt.
It's weird how sometimes burns that can take so much time for like the brain to receive that information.
It's such severe nerve damage.
Yeah, like all the nerves are just
that's why it doesn't hurt. They're all gone.
No,
Congratulations.
I'm Daenerys Targaryen. I'm the unburnt.
I've done that before with a cooking sheet, but I did react like a normal human being with nerves and pain receptors and everything.
Yeah, I put it back. I was like, ooh, and then I went and I played video games. I was playing PlayStation.
As you do.
No problem at all.
As you do.
Right on the thumb.
I burnt myself the same way on an Easy Bake Oven when I was like 4 years old.
Ew.
My brother and I were using it in our kitchen while our parents were still asleep, like it was early in the morning. And we're like, we're going to bake a little cake while mom and dad are asleep. And we were putting the thing in the tray, and while we were taking out, I went to go grab it with my hands, not thinking it would be hot because I didn't understand science or how anything worked.
Heat.
And so I just like grabbed it with my hands and pulled it out, and I instantly dropped it and smashed everywhere. And I was like, ah!
Easy Bake Oven was a maximum amount of effort for minimal amount of output as far as like how much work and time it took to make those stupid little things.
Yeah, you might think it's like easy.
Can they still make Easy Bake Ovens since we don't have like incandescent like 100-watt light bulbs anymore?
Wait, is that?
Yeah, I mean, they do.
The
I'm
light
sure
bulbs
they
from
still
Easy Bake Ovens
sell
are not around anymore?
Some form of
I have some in my
we don't-
apartment.
I mean, I think they phased those light bulbs out a couple of years ago. I'm looking it up now.
I remember I had the boy version of an Easy Bake Oven.
Excuse you.
What does that mean?
Don't gender Easy Bake Ovens.
Was it blue? Like, what do you mean by a dude's one?
No, I'm sorry.
It came with a dick.
All the cakes were in shapes of dicks.
So basically, it was a
Easy Dick Oven.
Not as tough bake oven.
it was a GI Joe. It was a little green army man soldier maker. Because I was obsessed with like
I remember those.
like Sergeant Heroes and Army Men War and all that, like
Small
those video
soldiers?
games.
I remember Creepy Crawlers.
Like that video.
But I loved like the little green army men, especially like in Toy Story, you know, Sarge.
Yeah.
Hup, hup, hup. So I bought one, or my parents bought one. I didn't have money or a job or a life. My parents bought me a little oven that you can make these guys in, and they fucking sucked. They were made of like basically like crayon plastic, and they all bent, and they looked like shit.
What a great gift.
That's what I
Your
got.
parents
That's what
are
I
so
did.
sweet.
What happened?
What was, Gus, what was a toy that you always wanted as a kid but never got?
The wheel.
Oh, I wanted the fucking aircraft carrier from G.I. Joe.
Always the big things for
Yeah.
the big accessories were tough to get as a kid.
Yeah, I never got that.
What, did you get anything like Star Wars things? Like Millennium
No,
Falcon?
I had a B-wing. I had an X-wing.
That's my favorite ship.
Yeah, I love the B-wing because of that toy. Yeah, I mean, I had a ton of that. I had like fucking Empire Strikes Back sheets and like everything, like all that Star Wars stuff.
Oh, I had such a weird thing when we were getting ready for the drag episode of On the Spot. We were out at Lucy in the Skies, and they have in their dressing rooms they have curtains that are made of old bed sheets. And I go into my room and I close my curtain and I look. And it was the fucking bed sheets that I had when I was like a little boy.
serious?
It was the exact
What was the
same.
pattern?
It was Batman. I think like I guess it was like Schumacher by then, but like they had blueprints of all like his Batwing and his Batmobile, and then he was like little Batmans like flying and stuff like that. I think I took a picture of it, but I was like floored with nostalgia.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And I took a picture from my mom and I sent it to her and I was like, does this look familiar? And she like teared up. She's like, oh my God.
I found out where they went to.
Yeah, for most of them, maybe. So yeah.
Yeah, she donated them. Who knows? Who knows where they ended up?
And that was my story.
That was a really fun day at Lucy in Disguise. We had a lot of fun.
I always wanted to have one of those big Barbie houses as a kid.
Oh.
Barbie's Dream House.
And for some reason, my parents never bought me the house, but they would buy me like Barbie furniture. So I would have to improvise
what?
as to like where I would make the house. I ended up using my little brother's changing table because it had like different levels on it as a Barbie house. So I would put the furniture on the different levels, and then I would always get angry when they had to change them because I was playing.
What a weird thing to buy your kid. It's like buying dresses for a doll they don't have.
Yeah.
Well, you can still use the furniture.
No, but where's the furniture go?
I think
They're
it's
just
kind of
renting.
like-
She's not a homeowner yet. Just to move around a lot.
It's in a storage unit.
She's still nomadic.
She's a millennial. Too much avocado toast. She can't afford the mansion.
Oh, there you go.
Don't tease me like that with that picture.
Barbara.
Somebody buy Barbie or Barbie's mansion.
Nope, don't.
You can go buy that right now.
I
Yeah.
could use your doll too.
Yeah.
Could I?
Well,
put
no,
it in
you can have Gus over to play with his doll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to
She
get.
doesn't have a name. Do Barbies not come with names?
Does
No,
she
they
not have
do
a name?
because Barbie broke up with Kin for a while and started dating Blaine.
What?
I dated Barbie for a while.
What doesn't have a name on
my
there?
No,
nickname
she has
used
no
to be
name.
Barbie.
But she's ready for the pool.
We would never date
Ready for the
Barbie.
phone?
You can
Don't
name her
give
if
me
you
that
want.
wink.
What do you want to name her?
I don't know. I need to think about it. I don't want to like stereotype her with a Hispanic name. Or anything. I'll think about it.
Did you have any toys you never got as a kid?
I was a spoiled shit.
You were
I got the
spoiled
Millennium
kid?
Falcon, the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing.
Because you're an only child.
No, my sister was older than me, but she was a disappointment to my family, so I was basically no, my sister's great. I even got like my own fucking playroom. We had a study that we
Wait,
didn't,
separate from your room?
yeah. So like and my sister's like 5 years older than me, so she was like probably in high school by then, fixing to go to college. But like I remember. I had an entire Lego city. All of my Legos, I built like houses and a train and like a great wall of Legos around the city, and it filled my entire study. I was
That's a
so
lot of
fucking
Legos.
spoiled.
Okay, speaking of Lego, this is a debate I've been having with a lot of people.
Ooh, debates.
Is it like a bunch of Lego? Is it Legos or Lego?
I always say Legos.
Because I say Lego. Like Lego to me is plural and singular.
No.
Oh, I see, because that's your
Like
you're
all of
wrong.
his Lego.
But you're wrong.
Yeah, it's Legos.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's
But
true.
it is, though. See, that's the thing, is it is.
I need to know now.
What's the
It's-
plural
we're
for
telling
Lego?
We're telling you what the plural is.
But everyone I know would say like, oh, he's playing with his Lego.
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the plural for Lego. We're telling
Legos is the plural form of Lego.
Yeah, it's Legos.
Wait, is it?
It's Legos.
Oh, according to Patrick, Lego company says Lego, not Legos.
Well, they're wrong, too.
I would drop it, but I don't want to break it because it's very expensive.
Drop the mic.
Well, the guy who made GIFs says GIFs. So.
Yeah, you can be
And
wrong.
he's fucking wrong, as we all know. So
It's Legos. No one ever said, can we go play with Lego?
We did.
Cool. You guys were weird and bought furniture for houses.
can we go play with Lego?
So I don't think we're going to base that as like the baseline of like normality.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the Dunkelman house is not where normal starts.
Well, I could confirm that. What's up?
My house doesn't either be where normal starts, but we at least said it correctly. It was Legos.
It's where it ends.
I remember I had a bunk
It's
bed.
where normal ends.
Yep.
I had a bunk bed, even though I didn't have like a brother or a sibling.
What?
Even though I might have, they might have just died and I don't remember. Anyways, so like I had a bunk bed and I was at the top and I was making this like sweet, what is that thing called? It's not a gazebo. It's a gorgonzola. It's the ski thing.
Gondola.
He's got it. He's got
Gondola.
it.
It's not a gazebo.
Don't help him.
It's not a gorgonzola.
So I was building
gondola.
a Lego gondola off my own design because I was a brilliant child.
Not a Legos gondola.
And I had it was a Lego gondola.
Right?
Anyways,
No, a gondola is the thing that you're on the
No,
wall.
but it can also go like through the air, like a ski lift, right?
yeah,
gondola.
Oh, that, okay.
You know,
Yeah, you're right.
Gorgon's goggle. So I was at the top, and I had yarn at the top of the bunk, and then I had the bottom at the on a doorknob, and I would, make my little gondola go down. And I remember one time I was so fascinated, I fell off into the floor, which was just covered in Legos. And I
Oh,
remember
God.
just falling, like
Oh,
basically
God.
belly flopping into Legos. And I got up and was like, I started like whacking them off, and it didn't. It was like acupuncture. It didn't actually hurt, and I was like, "Oh my God, I survived that."
Why did you have a bunk bed without another person for the bunk bed?
It's probably because I pissed my bed a lot. So while the bed sheets were getting cleaned for the bottom bunk, I can move to the
Your
top.
Batman
and then when I
sheets?
pissed those, it was just
It was like
constant.
raining down there.
When did you stop pissing the bed?
probably too late for
2 years
a
ago.
normal child.
Last night.
Last night.
I promised it was the last time.
Last documented bed pissing.
So one last thing about Legos.
Lego.
The word, this is from the control room. The word Lego is a brand name and is very special to all of us in the Lego group companies. We would sincerely like your help in keeping it special. Please always refer to our products as Lego bricks or toys and not Legos. So the bricks and toys are plural. The Lego is not
No.
plural.
I refuse Lego.
Guys,
company.
you
what's
are
the Lego?
upsetting Lego.
Lego bricks.
You're doing an injustice to calling them Legos.
Why are they making like a
That's like
formal
saying you can
request?
you can say it Eggo waffles, but you can't say Eggos.
Yeah, you get it.
Exactly. That's a
It's wrong, is what it is.
I mean, I'm sure tons of people do it, but I'm right.
Normal people. You're so wrong. I'm so upset about this.
Oh,
it's
and
called...
apparently they also tweeted about it on January 21st. Someone just linked it to me. Someone asked them, what's the plural of Lego? Lego or Legos? The plural is Lego bricks, Lego sets, Lego elements, etc. We hope this helps.
Yeah, but I think there's a point where even a word you create gets appropriated by the zeitgeist of the general public that then what they say is what the normality is.
Oh, do they still make Bionicle?
Probably. I didn't play with Bionicle, I played with Kinects.
Oh, I played with Kinects too. God, I was fucking
We made Kinects.
spoiled.
We made Kinects.
You had every toy.
I
Huh?
did.
You did. Did you ever buy your own toys?
Did anyone buy their own
I
toys
did because I got an allowance.
as a child, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess when you're old enough
like
to
by
have
the time
an
I got to second or third grade, I was getting allowance.
Sure,
and it wasn't a lot, but I remember that I got $5. I don't know if it was like a week or a month, something like that. But one action figure, like an X-Men, was $5. So if I saved it, I got to go an action figure. And then later on, I think I spent it on like Pokemon cards.
I
and
used to go
stuff.
to Toys R Us with my parents and my brother. I don't think my little brother was born yet at this time. But I remember my older brother would always complain that the Barbie aisle was so hot pink that one time he brought sunglasses with him because he was in like such a mood and he's just like, I don't want to go down this aisle.
Nice.
Like,
It is too much. Like as someone who has little girls,
Yeah.
like I don't appreciate it. That's like what is painted down the entire aisle that is like considered where their toys are. Because it's already hard enough to like have these like to continue this conversation with my girls about there is no like girl stuff, there is no guy stuff. It's whatever you like is a girl thing if you like it. And then you go down this aisle and it's just like someone just threw up Pepto-Bismol at high velocities down this entire aisle. And it's like, well, there's more to the color spectrum of girls than just pink or purple. Can we please introduce that in these toys that they like? But it's always bothered me so much.
I get that. I liked it as a kid though. It was like heaven for me. That aisle.
Yeah, but I have I'm trying to instill this sense
sure.
of you can do whatever you want, you can like whatever you want,
As you should.
and
As everyone should.
It's like and luckily like I think I get it so lucky right now. My kids don't see, at least in my house, they don't see advertising. Because everything that anytime they're ever on something that would show advertising, I pay for the service that doesn't have it. There is we don't see commercials in my house.
Okay.
And so I remember as a kid, I don't know if as a little boy growing up, like it was just.
As a little girl.
As a kid growing up.
As a kid growing up.
Go on.
Ow. You saw a commercial and you immediately wanted that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A
so.
cereal or toy.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
I never got
the
a
commercial was
Crossfire.
so good.
You get caught up in the
Crossfire!
For our audio
I think it goes up
listeners.
one more time.
Ow.
Can you go up one more? Crossfire! That wasn't up one more. That was the same.
I
note.
can't go higher.
No, that's the top
high,
of
that's
Blaine's
high.
range.
You peaked.
It's high, but if we have found the top of your range,
Could you go higher than
Our
that?
audio
No, I can't.
listeners
I have
are
a
like,
very low voice. I
fuck
can't.
Blaine.
Dogs are just dying. I never got a Crossfire. I never got to play with one.
That's like the one that had like the marbles and you would shoot them
Yeah.
at each other.
Mm.
Yeah, it was fun. Same here. The commercial was always really cool. but I never had it.
Dude, well, that's the weird thing. Like,
Mine was Power Wheels.
I'm super conflicted by the fact that your kids aren't seeing commercials because I feel like and that's your parenting and stuff like that. But I remember such a part of my childhood between cartoons was those, the commercials
Sure,
for the
yeah.
toys and
After
stuff like that.
these messages, we'll be right back.
Who's that Pokemon?
I feel like
No, it's just
commercials
really
for toys right now are so fucking lame.
Well, it's
They
'cause
were really lame.
You're
when we were
older
kids.
now.
Yeah,
They
but
were
I don't
lame.
know.
The toys are so cool though.
No, they're
drones?
too much. They're not as like simple.
What are you
in their-
watching that you still see toy commercials?
I watch like the Disney Channel or like Nickelodeon sometimes.
What do you watch on
still.
Disney Channel? I'm curious.
I mean, not the
Star Wars
Disney Channel.
Rebels?
Nickelodeon.
What do you watch on Nickelodeon?
I don't remember. It's just like
The
random
IGN
shows
show
on
with
it.
Alana Pierce.
I do watch that one. That's on DX Disney XD or
No,
Disney.
stop that.
What is it?
yeah, I think
XD.
it's
Disney
XD.
XD.
XD. Yeah.
What's the XD stand for? Is
It's
it
like
an
one of those
emoji?
smiley faces.
Extra
It's an
def.
emoji. Oh,
Oh,
God,
I watched Star Wars Rebels.
extra what?
Extra def. It's better than high def. Above high def is extra def.
thought you
Extra
said-
Disney.
Yeah.
I thought you said actually, like deaf, like
Deaf.
No.
It did sound
for
like
the
you said
extra
that.
deaf
definition.
people.
That's even more. It's 1081p.
But like, I can't even think like
Go chuckle out of the control room.
Yeah. One chuckle.
Well, I'm trying to think of like the most iconic, aside from Crossfire, what was the most iconic commercial?
Power Wheels was a big thing.
It's
Power
fun
Wheels.
getting into trouble.
Yeah, the board games had pretty good jingles.
Or
Don't
Operation.
wake Daddy. That was a weird
Oh, I
game.
forgot about
I didn't
that
like
one.
that one.
It
Is
was
it
a weird
water on the
game.
knee?
Daddy will beat
Yeah, I don't know if that was the
you
message.
This is also the discussion I get into with
Daddy's
people when I
hungover.
realize that there's different commercials in Canada sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I'd be like singing a jingle and everyone would just be looking at me. Like, no, I don't know what that is. Like, I've never heard the Crossfire one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was
You
a
are
thing.
missing out. The dopest. Like if a DJ came out with like a Crossfire remix,
There's
Yeah.
gotta be
Skrillex return to it.
Did
If
you guys
only you were
have-
dating a DJ.
Fire.
Did you guys have Uh-Oh?
What was it?
The show?
What?
Uh-Oh?
oh,
show?
we had the game.
What was the show?
I think.
It's like a kids game show. It's similar to Double Dare, I think.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like teams of 2 kids do like different challenges like trivia and then like obstacle courses and stuff like that. But I think it's a Canadian
Are
show.
you watching a Crossfire?
This guy's singing
remix?
the Crossfire song live at like a
Dramatically?
talent show.
like in a minor
Oh,
chord.
here's the thing for Uh-Oh.
Oh my God.
This is Uh-Oh right here.
Wow, this looks like someone vomited the 90s.
Yeah, it was the definition of the
I've
90s.
never seen
Oh,
that
look at
before.
that.
It's
Look at
I think it's a
slime.
Canadian show. It has to be because
It
no
has
one
to
I
be
talked to here
Canadian.
has ever heard of it.
Uh-oh, eh?
Hello, hello.
Huh?
We're not going to slime you. We're going to cover you in gravy and cheese curds.
That's what they did. Of
No, they didn't.
course not.
Okay, I don't know. They did crazy stuff in all these
Yeah.
kids game
You don't
shows.
think,
What was the thing with the aggro crag?
Aggro crag. Why is it?
Guts. Like Guts was like from a genre of like shows that just had kids do these insane physical feats for like terrible prizes.
It's like Fear Factor for kids.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. But the shit that would piss me off the most,
Like
the fucking worst, was watching some little shit go into a Toys R Us and he can get fucking anything he wanted
right.
into a bunch of grocery carts.
What show was that?
It was like the prize round for some bigger game show.
Yeah.
But they fucking sucked at it. They were so inefficient. They were going for the stupid bull crap. Like, what was it?
Super Toy Run.
Super Toy Run?
Yeah.
They were terrible at it. I remember I would just be like, I would be scooping thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
that was me watching the kids do the final challenge in Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Were they drunk? Like, everybody seemed like they were just horrible at those
I
games.
feel like they didn't train before they did, and they just got out of breath. Like,
I just want to point out that the official Lego Twitter account responded.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
the
someone else
podcast?
responded saying that was.
they're
Yeah, 'cause
wrong.
they
We've
tweeted
already gone
about
over
it.
this.
They
They
tweeted about it
responded.
January 21st,
Oh,
right?
can you ask?
Oh.
While you got him, can you ask him if I can get a Millennium Falcon? I'll promote
They're
it.
not talking to her right now.
Oh. Well, can you
Yo,
ask?
Lego.
Mr. Lego
Saw, dude.
Lego?
Sir.
Millennium Falcon. Can I get one?
on Twitter
They're
here.
asking how many Twitter followers you have.
100.
100.
I don't know.
Here on Twitter, at Heza Catherine is asking if you remember House Hippos.
What is
Remember
that
Hungry
Canadian?
Hungry
That's
Hippos?
Canadian.
Yeah, I said to ask
Yes,
Barbara, so I
I
assume
do
that's
remember House
Canadian.
Hippos. I don't remember what they were. I think they were just small hippos.
We had hungry.
And it was like a fake, I think it was
The
like
American
a fake
version.
thing. It was like a fake advertisement for something.
I like this like the pitch. Like, all right, got a house with small hippos.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it
it
was
was a
like,
Canadian public service announcement.
yes, it was a fake advertisement. Yeah.
produced in May of '99. It's to educate children about critical thinking with regard to what they see in television advertising.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this was a PSA that would play in Canada.
This is weird.
And so kids would see this and think that,
I guess to let you know that not everything you see on TV is real.
Mom,
Yeah.
I'm on drugs. Oh, peanut butter toast. I love peanut butter toast.
Blaine, this
I like how that's what you're latching on to.
is really old. I'm sure that peanut butter toast is really gross by now.
Did you guys get
Oh.
the
It's really good, like when you make it fresh.
Yes. Did you guys get the "This is your brain on drugs" ads?
Yeah.
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 No,
fried egg.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any
We had-
questions?
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned it from watching you.
I just remember growing up thinking that like being at parties, I was gonna get so much more peer pressure to try drugs, or like people would think I was like so uncool for not wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's what the commercials portray.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey kid, you want some weed?" And
No
I'm like,
one ever
no,
asked
thanks.
me.
And it's like nerd, and it's like be cool and say no. It's like no one ever fucking does that.
Yeah.
No, where was all the offers when I was a kid?
Yeah, I was over prepared for that. I was
I know.
over prepared.
The first, well, like the first few times that I was,
yeah.
The first few times that I tried substances that I had not tried before, it was like super,
Like beer?
What does that mean?
and like liquor and
Lipstick.
lipstick.
Tiny penises?
That's
Tiny
Barbara.
dicks.
That's Barbara putting on her lipstick.
No, it's like super casual. I was with friends and everybody's really comfortable. And if I said no, they're like, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so get glitter on your face.
Thank you.
And now
Keep rubbing him. Slowly.
weed is legal in some states.
Yeah.
Which is really weird to me.
Did you hear the story about
Not
this
here.
kid who
Not
would
here.
get like over 100 seizures a day, and they put him on cannabis oil, and he hasn't had a single one in like 300 days or something like that?
Weed. That's great. Here's
Yeah.
that kid.
Stupid. You're loopy today.
Do you need a nap? You need some time out?
Who asked you
buddy?
to try drugs today? Blaine, who was it?
Blaine
Was it
said
John?
yes to all the drugs.
Who asked what? We can't actually go into that. Never mind.
Do you want
But
to go back?
it was in a place where it was legal.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right? I think you talked about it before.
No, that you're talking about Washington,
Oh.
Seattle, which
You having a hard time with your microphone?
we should
Some of the stores are great in Seattle,
Yes.
in Washington State. They have like
Yes.
such a huge selection of adult
Adult products.
Don't do it.
It's
Don't
legal
do
in
drugs.
Vegas, isn't it?
It
In
is-
Nevada?
It is now, I believe, going to be legal in Nevada.
Because they were like advertising that crazy.
But I
last time
think
was in
that
Vegas.
they're not going to be able to open any dispensaries on the strip.
Oh, okay.
Like,
There was a lot of
It's
it.
going to have to be off the strip by a certain amount, which is weird because it's also like prostitution is legal in Nevada, but it's not legal in Las Vegas.
How many
That's right.
states-
Yeah.
Would
you
you?
have to be outside of it?
Would you?
How many states is it legal?
Would you?
Prostitution?
What?
Marijuana.
I think it's like 6 or 7 now, maybe.
Prostitute.
Only 6 or 7 out of 50?
It's not that many. Let me see.
Wait, are we talking about being or having one?
Also, are you asking if I'd be a prostitute?
No, Barbara. You're a classy lady. I'm asking, would you
Are you
get
saying prostitutes?
dirty,
are you saying legal prostitutes
slutty
are
male
classy?
prostitute?
Probably not.
No.
Nah.
What if he's like clean?
If
Record's good.
if my circumstances were different, like I was having a hard time finding anyone, and
Oh.
just wanted to experience a human touch, maybe.
but
But
not the case.
Barbara's too good for prostitutes.
So
Miss Hoity-Toity over here.
it is
Sorry, guys.
legal recreationally in 7 states.
okay.
Medically, it looks like 1, 2, 3.
Medically, it's a lot more.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Wow.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Wow.
And the last
So,
one
so
will be
then
Texas.
not legal. I guess it's easier to count not legal.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
This is the fun part of this podcast.
I get to count.
Yeah.
7 states.
I was gonna
8
make it
states.
count.
No.
I was gonna make a count joke.
9 states.
21.
Sorry, you just made me think of something by doing. Stop it. We're gonna fight by the end of this podcast.
I think you're gonna lose. Sorry, John.
So there's a video that came out of Kermit singing
The frog?
Rainbow Connection at the Hollywood Bowl. They had Muppets live, like this past, like in a week ago or something like that, or maybe
That's
this
good,
past
right?
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was the first public time or if it was just a most recent time when the new guy Matt Vogel was doing the voice. And I watched it and I got really upset because I didn't like his voice, and I had to actually go back and listen to the different people who've done the Kermit voice, because it was Jim Henson, and then he kind of changed his voice up later on, like around the 70s and 80s. And then when he died, it was
Jim Henson died?
Whitmire, Stephen Whitmire, who took over, and he was the one who basically defined all of the Kermits that we saw growing up, because he did it all the way up until like 2016.
Wow.
But then another guy took over for a short while, and then this new guy, Matt Vogel, and I don't like these new guys.
Didn't one of the Kermits like diddle some kids or something? And that's
That
why they
was
got-
Elmo.
Oh shit.
No, but he
Alleged-
didn't. Allegedly, he was what's it called?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's my best Elmo.
But
Wait,
he-
what happened with Oh no, I remember. I reading about this. Kermit, didn't he have like there was like some big creative differences?
Well,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't like the direction they were taking.
I
the
read into it,
character.
and apparently they had problems with Whitmire for years. That he was very difficult to work with, and had issues with the production group, and they even like said that like in like 2004 when Disney bought Muppets, they wish they had Someone said they had wished they had let Whitmire go, so they didn't have to have dealt with Whitmire in this new Disney revamp of it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he stayed with. But
I think I read that he had creative differences, and he was basically claiming like this isn't the way Henson would want Kermit to be. And then the Henson family is like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, the Henson family is all for this new guy. They're very much like their
But he
statement
sucks.
it's a different. I mean, it'll become a normal. It'll be the Kermit voice that kids who now see the Muppets will normalize it with.
Sure.
But it's not the Kermit that I grew up. Even going all the way back to watching reruns of the Muppet Show, it wasn't the Kermit that I knew, and it kind of bums me out.
Jeez, I wonder what the process is like whenever they have a new James Bond. How you deal with that?
But that's a character that changes.
Yeah,
that's already built into the character. There are certain characters that change. It's like being upset about the new Doctor. It's like, well, the Doctor changes.
there's a new Doctor.
Yeah. What? Did you miss this?
Don't tell me it's a girl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see where. Oh no. Well, Blaine obviously knows. He made that video. Oh no, wait, that was about the.
That's for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But
You should make a video
equally
like that.
stupid for people to freak out about it.
Yeah.
But those are characters that the character
Don't
changing
at
isn't.
me.
Blaine's in rare form tonight.
You're in a mood. I like it.
This is a fun group.
It's good. Boisterous. We're all friends. We're all talking about
Well,
stuff that's on our mind.
yeah. We're friends.
This is better than a fidget spinner, by the way.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could bring
Look how
some
good
joy
it
to your
works.
life with my presence.
I invented fidget spinners. I remember a while ago on a podcast, I was going like this, and I used to do this for forever as a nervous tick. And then they made fidget spinners, and I don't want to do this anymore because then it looks like I'm like addicted to fidget spinners.
way predate any of that.
Yeah. They kind of predate you even, I think,
Yeah.
No.
as far as the patent, the original patent.
Don't you remember when St. Jude Tadeo used to use his fidget spinners?
He put his sunglasses on with his fidget spinners in his can and said, "Just blaze."
And they said, "It's lit, fam," and then dabbed.
Was it TPG?
I don't think I've ever actually dabbed.
Oh, you're missing out. It's an experience.
I refuse to because it's
Come on, let's do it together. Let's do it together right now.
Bitmoji dabs
Come on,
all the
No.
time.
Ready? Come
No.
on, Blaine.
No.
Ready?
Do it.
It's
on
stupid.
three.
It's millennial
Ready,
as shit.
Ready?
One,
Ready?
two,
Come on, we're going to go to the right.
3.
Okay.
Are we doing that way or
Arms
that
up,
way?
arms up, arms up.
Yeah, sure.
Arms up,
Yeah,
arms
sure,
up.
sure.
Arms up!
There you go.
You don't have your arms up, Brady.
Count me down. Count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Man, he left you
It's
hanging.
stupid.
You're an ass.
It's
Why is it stupid?
I don't.
What's wrong
How
with
about
it?
you do something for your
Because it
friend
makes me
John?
think. It makes me think of like the Paul kid. The
What?
The John Luke.
John
Jake
Luke
Paul?
Paul.
Jake-
John Luke
Jake
Paul.
Paul?
You know
Jake
him.
Paul. Makes me think of him.
Why?
He's like the epitome of a millennial.
Okay, come on.
I can't stand it.
I
What?
brought you presents. I'm your good friend,
Are
John.
you-
They should have made commercials about like
Are you a
your friends
self-hating
try to peer
millennial?
pressure you into
dabbing. I think dabbing
Say
is
no.
also a
Come on.
drug term.
Dare.
Come on. Just one.
I'm not gonna.
Just one.
No.
I've never seen.
I'll do it after the
more
podcast.
of a
No,
power
the post-show.
struggle.
During the podcast.
Oh, no, we'll do it in the post show. Yeah, because then people want to watch.
If someone buys a first membership just to see you dab, I will personally shake their hand.
Yeah, I'll do it in the post show.
You promise?
Yeah.
Handshake.
I don't think he's going to follow through with this.
He will.
You promise? Look at me. Look at me. Do you promise?
Yes.
Do you promise to dab during the post
Look at him fucking crossing his
You promise
fingers.
to dab during the post show.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick to me. Stop it.
See, he's not saying I promise to. He's just saying, yeah.
You're an ass. You won't just dab.
No.
Just
This is
dab.
the pure pressure you were expecting with drugs
I
at
know.
parties.
Yeah. Where was this with all the weed when I was a child?
What happens when you flip dab in reverse? What's it spell?
I don't know.
Bad.
If you look at it in a mirror, though, it's dab.
Bad.
Yeah. It's lowercase.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah,
Clever.
fucking see knowledge.
He knows because he got it tattooed on his chest. And he was like,
It says,
oh, radical!
It says bad dab. If you look in the mirror, it says bad dab. I don't know if that would actually work or not.
That would work. Yeah.
The A would have to be capitalized, which would be weird.
Oh, yeah. So lowercase capital.
Yeah.
lowercase.
Dab bad.
Here, I got one more thing. I
You
got
got
another
one more
thing to
thing?
read here. Not one more thing, but another thing to read. I want to remind everyone this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is also brought to you by, so check it out. It's a fantastic mattress.
By their door, and I was gonna be like, "You're gonna enjoy that."
Did
Get
you
ready for-
dab? And we're like, congratulations.
Yeah.
It is
Yo,
a
it's
very
lit.
short list of products where opening the product is an enjoyable part of the process, and Casper's like near the top of that. I'm very sad that I don't get to just open up one of those every day.
Yeah. You know who else does a really good job with opening products? Apple.
Yeah,
And
Apple.
They're doing that iPhone announcement tomorrow.
They make very
are they really?
very pretty packaging.
Yes.
Isn't it some like anniversary for the iPhone?
This is the 10th anniversary.
So
of
it's
the
going to be
iPhone.
the 8, right? Not the 7S.
Supposedly it'll be both.
Have you seen the new design? What do you think of it?
What?
This goes back to me and Bernie argument from forever ago. Supposedly they're going to do two different ones, like a 7S and then either an 8 or an X.
Yeah, there's rumors of like iPhone X.
Right, like an anniversary edition.
What do you think of the new design?
It's got like it's all glass on the front.
It's like no buttons
supposedly
or
no
anything.
buttons.
Are they sticking with the whole like lightning cable as your charger thing?
I think so.
Swear to God, if they pull the rug from underneath us again. On
That bothered me so much on my flight home because my phone was at 19% and I had to like make sure it stayed so I could get an Uber when I got home. But I wanted to listen to music. So I was like, well, I could either charge my phone or listen to music. I can't do both.
Gotta get that Bluetooth. Gotta get
Yeah.
that
Bluetooth, or get one of those
I just don't want to buy
Apple
new
charging
headphones
cases,
because the cable's different.
Huh?
or get like one of the Apple battery cases.
Yeah.
That has like a headphone jack in it too?
No, but it charges your phone. Then you can still plug in audio to the Lightning port.
No, because I think those have micro USB plugins, right?
I said buy the Apple one, you dickhead.
Also, apparently, according to the subreddit, this
Oh,
is
it makes another one. It has one on the thing.
Oh.
Can I see?
How is it charging it then?
It charges it because it's got an
It's
internal
plugged
connection.
into it,
Right.
and then it has an output as well.
I'm not gonna lie, this does not like.
It's not great, and I've ranted about this before. Like they know their phone is shitty, so they have to make that to make up.
But
So
that feels like a shitty case. Though.
it's shitty. I hate it.
Apparently, according to the subreddit, this is your 400th podcast.
It's my 400th podcast.
Yeah.
I haven't been on more. I'm disappointed in myself.
What podcast number is this?
Because this is like 460?
467,
Wow, you slacker.
That's a lot of podcasts you've been on.
457.
So you've missed 57 podcasts?
I missed a lot.
That's like if you took every Monday off or something.
Yeah, what a fucking slacker.
Took a whole
Fired.
over a year of podcast off.
Congrats, we got you presents. I got you presents from HEB.
We're coming up on this December will be the 9th anniversary of the podcast, which means that next December will be year 10, which is fucking crazy to me.
Wow.
What are we gonna do to like
You got this.
100,
celebrate
100.
Gondolas.
Gondolas.
I don't think we should do anything for 9. Maybe we'll do something for 10.
I feel like I've heard a bunch of fun ideas thrown around for like podcasts that we could do, and they never really come to fruition. Like there was like a special one that we would do in another city, and we would do something related to that city. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
I remember hearing
I don't
about
know,
that one.
As a
I wanna do
podcast listener, I don't know if that adds too much value to the podcast I'm listening to. I prefer just the content itself to be.
I think, I mean, from an outside perspective, I know when podcasts I listen to do something special like that, and I know that our viewers like when we do something cool. I think it was like podcast 300, where I think people were expecting something big or something cool to happen, and it was just like on the Laser Team set, and it was like a shorter podcast too because everyone was so busy.
Yeah, Gerard Butler wasn't even there.
And I think a lot of people were like amped up thinking that something special was going to happen, and then it didn't. And
No.
he actually was sitting in the background the whole time.
I'm saying no to blame. I'm just saying no to blame.
Oh.
Just say no to blame.
300 reference. He was a Spartan.
That should be a PSA.
It's a movie.
saying
It's a
no to
movie
blame.
about 300 Spartans. You see, and they take on the Persian army.
Oh.
Just 300 of them. It's incredible. You should see it.
Did they
Directed by
say
Zack
you
Snyder?
shall not pass and then kick each other into holes?
No, they say this is Sparta.
May the force be ever in your favor, Harry.
No, that's not the quote. That's 3 different movies.
That's my
See,
that's my favorite movie.
That's Katniss. A little bit of mix of Katniss
Katniss
and then
Dumbledore
Hagrid,
from
and then there's some
Lord of the Rings?
Obi-Wan or Luke in there too.
Hey, we saw a movie together this weekend.
What'd you see?
I'm blanking. Which one?
We saw it.
What'd you see?
We saw
I
it.
forgot about that because I
What'd
was
you
so
see?
jealous that you went
saw it.
shooting guns without me. I forgot about the movie altogether.
How is this something where you're putting guilt on me that I didn't invite you to go shoot guns?
I want to go shoot guns.
Have you ever shot a gun, Bleed?
Yeah, it's fun.
So you're done.
I'm
You're
good.
You're good.
I'm pretty
It
good.
was your first time though, right, John?
Yeah, I'd never even touched a gun. Never even seen a gun.
Was
How'd
that
it
like? Were you
feel?
nervous?
I was very nervous because I wanted I wanted to treat it with the respect it deserves, and I wanted to do well. Went with Alex from animation and Adam Baird, and it was really fun. Alex was a fantastic person to go out with his military background. He had a ton of knowledge, and he was just very patient and helpful. Never made me feel embarrassed at all, which is a big thing for me. And there we are.
It's good to go with someone like that who has like a very deep knowledge of it.
Yeah.
It's someone who won't make you feel bad for asking questions.
Yeah.
Because, you want to make sure that you don't do anything wrong and you fully understand what you're getting into. So it's good that he has the patience to listen. To
he also like we would do something with one of the guns, and then he would like switch up the gun or something, or he'd switch out the ammo, and he would like explain what's happening and be like, now feel how this feels, or like put on a suppressor and change that around. And so he was showing me how the actual mechanics of guns work while we did it, and that was for like the nerd part of me, that was really enjoyable.
That's cool.
On top of the fact of getting to like shoot for the first time.
It also helps that he looks like Blackbeard from Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, I mean he looked pretty badass the entire time, like the most legit person out of all of us that were there. But yeah, it was something that I've always wanted to experience. It's just that thing that a lot of people talk about, especially here in Texas. And so to have zero context, not even like I never even touched a gun before that day. It was cool. It was something new to do, and I like doing new things.
The thing that freaked me out about whenever I've gone shooting outdoors is if you like happen to miss your target and hit a rock or something like that. That sound that you hear in westerns,
Yeah.
is like it's there, and that's basically the bullet just deflecting and flying off somewhere.
That must be really dangerous.
What? I feel like the chances of that bullet going and then coming
I
through.
guess
There's a
if
video I've
like,
seen
no
of
one's
someone shooting
downrange.
a 50 caliber rifle at a target, and it hits a rock and bounces back, and it knocks off the ear protection he's got on.
Forget everything I just said. Forget everything I just said. That is
There's a
fucking
chance.
horrifying.
I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but I mean, there's still a chance.
You think like the X, Y, and Z dimension, and there's like probably thousands of degrees that bullet can go from that ricochet. This is like a 1% chance, or
Less
not
than
like less than 1%.
You know who I was with the first time I shot a gun?
Who?
Gus.
That's me.
Where were you?
It's before I even moved to Austin, I was visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gus and Bernie took me to shoot a gun in a gun range.
Yeah.
And there's a video of it. I think like 19 years old, and or maybe 20. And I shoot the gun, and I don't know what to do with it, so I just like slowly put it down on the thing, but it's like tilted a little bit. And Gus like runs in, and he's like, "Keep it down range, keep it down range." And I'm like, I don't want to touch these things. So it's just like slightly like this, but you have to keep it so straight.
Always
downrange.
keep it pointed. Yeah.
Thanks
in
for the invite,
a
guys.
safe direction.
Always
nice of
treat
you
a gun
Before
like a soldier.
we knew you existed.
You know, can still invite me.
That was not English. Before we knew you existed.
My favorite part of the day was that to contextualize almost everything he told me, he would put it in the terms of PUBG.
Oh, nice.
And so he'd be like, you know how in PUBG when you pick up this and add it to the gunner, that's what this is that we're pointing at right now.
I don't mean to suck Alex's dick, but he's a really good dude. I like him a lot.
He's just solid.
Yeah, he's just a cool
fantastic
fucking guy.
He started as a guardian.
I'm going to get back to your guns in just a second. Someone wrote "dab bad" and put it in a mirror.
How's it look? It works. It works.
Thank you.
Dab bad is dab bad.
Wait, is that a shattered mirror?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Guns. We're talking about guns.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you contextualized it all with PUBG.
Yeah, because like he had a few a few guns with accessory like components on it, and so he would kind of tell me, and even like the guns, like we shot a Glock and that kind of thing.
He had like a red dot or a holographic on one of his.
He had
pistols.
a red dot on one of the pistols, and so he like even says like, you know how in the game now you can put a red dot on this pistol? That's literally what we're doing right now.
Well, you know, I moved to Texas, and for the first time ever, I now own guns.
Oh,
You
2 of them.
America.
Oh Jesus!
So I forgot to say thank you to Cricket and Clover for that tweet. So I sent them the video of the guy shooting the rifle and the ricochet knocking his ear protection
Oh
off.
shit!
Play it. Oh man, that's a scary moment.
Oh my god! Wow.
So it bounced. It looked like it
Yeah,
bounced
it looks
in
like
front
it
of him.
bounced, went on the way back, and still hit that ear protection.
There was a
Wow.
guy. Oh shit!
Good
never
thing you had
mind.
that ear protection.
That was the I think the most interesting part of the day was to finally actually hear the difference in sound between a normal gun and a suppressed gun, because there's always been
It's not a huge difference.
well, no, it's more
You can
so
take
just
your
the-
ear protection off.
It's more so even what the sound itself sounds like, because in movies that's the only context I've ever had.
Sounds like a queef.
Yeah, it's sound.
Right, Barbara?
I don't
Right.
want to talk about this
It's
anymore.
not actually a silencer; it's a suppressor.
Yeah, we even had that conversation about like that there's people that would argue like don't call it a silencer or suppressor because it doesn't actually silence it, it just suppresses the sound, but whatever. And that was just I was very happy to finally get to with my own ears tell the difference. Because we had ear protection on the entire time, but then for one of the shots through a suppressed gun, he said, take your oh, it's because he did something else to it that even suppressed even further, and so we took one ear off, and it was like It was like the sound of a BB gun is what it sounded like. How quiet he got it.
Wow. What did he do to it?
I can't remember exactly what he did, but he
If only had been there.
yeah, if only he'd been there.
You should have gone, Blaine.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
You're
You're just a terrible person.
It's funny. It's weird to me because I fired my first gun when I was 5 years old,
Wow.
and I received my first gun as a birthday present on my 9th birthday.
Wow.
What was it?
It was a 22 rifle.
And that we shot a 22 rifle.
Those
and
are fun.
Well, that was the thing was that
No
we
recoil.
shot. Yeah, we shot a few guns. Like, hey, he had a Glock and he had a rifle and everything, like a couple rifles. But one of them, once I'd shot those, shooting that 22 is like this is an airsoft gun.
Yeah, it's
like how it felt.
so light. Mhm.
It was just the difference in bullets and caliber and like that. It was insane.
I want to show up to a gun range with a Glock and spiel. Be like, guys, I brought my Glock. You
It's
know,
like a
Barbara.
bar joke.
That's a good one. That's a good
This
one.
would be really funny.
This
Props,
sounds
dude.
really silly to say, but I did get recognized at the gun range by the people running the gun range from the No. Guy
Oh.
walks out and he goes, "Hey, you look like the guy from the No."
Ah.
And I went, "I am the guy from the No."
He's like, I hate the no.
Wow.
I feel like that's been happening more and more frequently lately.
I hear you directed a Star Wars movie. Bam, bam, bam.
where people recognize me in public because of having done a read for the No.
Mm-hmm.
It happened at HEB the other day.
Where it's specifically from that.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
not other
oh,
Rooster
you're-
Teeth.
yeah,
That's
you're-
even bigger deal for you to
Right.
be recognized from the No.
Yeah,
instead
you're
of-
Gus from the No, right? Like, yes,
Yes?
I am.
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah.
But
It was a fun day.
it's
It was fun.
interesting. Yeah, it's fun. I haven't been shooting in a long time.
What do you guys think of it?
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I've actually, Alana invited.
Hey, thanks for inviting me to go watch it. By the way,
Yeah, thanks.
sounds like it was fun.
Oh, Bernie invited me.
I love the photos of seeing you in the theater.
Yeah, Bernie
That was so
invited me,
cool.
so I didn't.
Yeah,
I
that was
didn't
awesome.
have power over the.
Do you know what? I
invites.
was invited by Alex. So
So it could have been like Blaine would have enjoyed this.
Yeah, so you could
So you
have
could've
said
been like,
Gus
Gus
would have
would've
enjoyed
enjoyed
that.
Interesting.
Oh, I thought we already had a loaded
No,
house.
no,
Interesting
no.
turn of
Yeah,
events.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tickets were bought by Bernie.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's weird. It's
you can't-
not really hard to add a ticket
yeah, weird. Can't really
onto
buy
the
a
movie that you're
ticket.
going to as
Hey,
friends.
guess what? How does it taste, Blaine?
It tastes like Shiner Box. That's the aftertaste.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
why are you sing that?
I don't know. You're here.
It.
Yeah, oh yeah. So Alana and I have taken to calling it Stephen King's The It movie because we'll be like, did you see it? We'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, okay.
Is the
Stephen
title The
King's-
It?
It's just It.
But why would
But-
you say Stephen King's The It movie?
Because I get
Or
confused.
why not say the It movie?
Well, whatever.
Stephen King.
Why
Well,
don't you call it,
we've
like,
turned it.
IT?
We've been being jackasses and just calling it like
Stephen King's The It movie 2017.
based off of the hit novel It of the same name. Like we're just joking around with it. But it was good.
I've never been scared of clowns. That was never something that hit me as a kid.
It'd be creepy.
Did it ever hit you?
Hit me.
If you found yourself in that in a room like they did in the movie where you're in a scary house and the room is filled
oh yeah,
with
it's all about
various
context for sure.
clowns.
I mean, you could put anything in there. You could put
if you were walking down a dark street and there's a clown.
if there was I was walking down a dark street and there was a guy dressed as a Teletubby, I'd be scared. Like anything.
Well, that's also very creepy.
Also very scary.
If he was dressed as, I don't know, what would be not creepy? What would be not scary?
Everything is creepy in a dark alley.
I feel like if
An
somebody,
ice cream man.
If he was dressed like he was Ryan Gosling because he was Ryan Gosling, would you be creeped out?
I would be very confused as to why Ryan Gosling is just down this
Getting it?
dark alley
Oh,
by
wow.
himself
Thank
at
you.
night.
He was waiting for you.
there you go. Blow, make a wish.
One could hope.
Didn't get it.
Make a wish.
Speaking of, did you guys see that I met my future husband this weekend?
Oh, what's his face?
What
The guy from
was
Alan
that
Richardson?
child?
No, there was we were at a convention. We were at Rose City Comic Con in Portland, and there was this little boy. I don't know how old he was. He must have been maybe 9 or 10 years old.
Going on 30.
Did see this.
The most charismatic, hilarious, outgoing, confident kid I've ever met in my entire life.
How do you raise a child like that?
I don't
There
know.
he
There he
is.
is.
But I met him a few times, and at the end of the convention, he came back and proposed to me with this giant ring. And he gave me this little banner that said "Best Day Ever" because he's like, "You gave me the best day ever when I met you yesterday." And I'm like, "You are the sweetest child in the entire world."
That's so awesome.
He was like, "You're an angel, sweetie."
Yeah, he came by and he kept telling me that I looked like an angel from the sky and that I was like a sweetie pie
at
and I was
you.
beautiful and I looked like so much fun.
Confirmed. Barbara Dunkelman, Cougar.
Hey, man.
Yuck.
Dude, call me in 10 years.
Yuck.
Or 20, maybe.
Just to be safe.
No, that's super awesome.
Yeah.
So was that your first time in Portland?
It was, yeah. I didn't get to see much. The only thing I really saw was this place called Dante's, which is a bar / music venue, because I went to go see Troy Baker perform live. He was performing with his band called Window to the Abbey.
Troy Baker's hot.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, and an amazing performer.
Met him for the first time recently as well.
Great guy.
His voice is like that of an angel.
That is an angel from the sky.
Yes.
One might say.
Sweetie pie.
But no, that was amazing. But yeah, Portland in general was a really cool place to be.
I like Portland.
So yeah, that show was phenomenal. If you are not familiar with Troy Baker and his band Window to the Abbey, you should definitely check them out because, man, that's a talented group of people.
Isn't Portland like the Austin of the North? Like it's like kind of a same
I think
dynamic.
Austin is the Portland of
the South.
I think it's very like hipstery.
Yeah.
Kind of like Austin is.
Yeah, man.
But it always sucks. You know, when you go to a convention, you basically get to see none
you
of the
see
city.
much, yeah.
It's like they had a great hotel and a great convention center. That's all I really get to see.
Yeah.
And maybe a restaurant.
I try to make time or come in a day or leave a day late, just to, yeah.
Yeah, I might try to do that with future conventions.
But then we wouldn't have had Barbara on the podcast tonight.
Yeah. That's true. I'd go a day early. So I'm back Mondays for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, even though I've missed 57 episodes,
Although we film always open on Thursdays, so I can't miss Thursdays.
you just go to conventions when you're between seasons.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what films on Tuesdays? Tuesday Night Game Fight.
Tuesday Night Game Fight. Isn't that over soon?
It's tomorrow's the finale, and me and the Samilpa boys are about to wreck shop. We're undefeated.
Congratulations.
We're doing real good.
Good.
Please watch.
I was amazed. I hosted an episode of Tuesday Night Game Fight, and I was amazed at like the rundown that the broadcast crew has for like how, I mean, because everything's so packed in that show. It's like the camera's going to be here, we're going to do this, and we're going to move here, we're going to do this. There's just so much going on, and to keep straight in your head, it's really super crazy production.
Have you ever watched an esports event?
Yeah.
What have you watched?
I've watched some Overwatch stuff. I watched some of the International last year. What else have I watched? I think that's about it.
I find like the production of like esports and talking about Tuesday Night Game Fight. What are you doing?
You have hair all over you. You're a mess.
Just keep talking. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. I'm like a monkey. Like,
are you eating them?
Maybe.
I find like the production that goes into those esports things amazing, including like the guys have to be the cameramen in the games and have to be like have the responsibility of showing, especially like a game like Overwatch that has so much happening and to choose when is what shown.
Not only it's not only the camera people in the game, but it's also the technical director who's calling the shots as well. I mean, I know that
there's a big complaint at the PUBG one.
That's exactly what I was going to say. PUBG did their first esports thing at Gamescom, and they got a lot of flack for it. And I think that just shows that game still has a long way to go.
Yeah.
And I think I saw some interviews today on Polygon with like the head of Blue Hole and some people involved. They're like, yeah, we're nervous. Our game's still not polished. It's still not done. We have they have a long way to go. But I mean, people are just so into PUBG right now that it's like they're just trying to start making esports work with it.
It's also a game that has so much going on where nothing could be actually happening.
Right. When you've got, I've tried to camera one of those matches before.
Yeah.
Or some of those matches before. And when you've got 100 people going on, you're like, well, those people are kind of close. Maybe they'll have an encounter. Those people over there are really close. Maybe they'll have an encounter.
You're almost like praying for someone to encounter someone so something will happen.
Right.
Like there was that video that happened where some guy was able to, because of his placement, he won like $15,000 by avoiding everyone for about 99% of the match.
Oh, he just hid?
He literally got in a boat, drove out to the spawn island, hung out there for a while, stayed in the blue for forever, just kept healing, and did nothing the entire game other than just kept getting loot. And like that was the game at an esports event of a guy not engaging with other players at all.
That sounds like whatever that convention is with the ball pit thing.
Oh,
DashCon?
Yeah.
DashCon.
It's just like awful. Like the worst that could have happened.
There was a CSGO esports event. And I apologize. I don't follow CSGO very closely, so I don't know all the exact details.
Love CSGO.
But some players won $50,000 because the other team showed up late. So essentially, they forfeited.
Oh wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
That's so stupid.
Well, I know there's even like insane fines that can happen if guys don't comply correctly or like they use the wrong skin for something or there's all kinds of specific, almost like just regular sports. You have to follow the rules or else they'll take your money.
Yep.
I like watching the Overwatch. Okay, explain this to me about the Overwatch World Cup.
Okay.
They did all of the like games leading up to the World Cup in August. for the entire month of them traveling around to Los Angeles and Australia and like that. And then BlizzCon's not till October. That's literally doing the entire NFL and then taking 2 months until the Super Bowl happens.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or even 3 months. I don't understand why you do that.
I don't know. This is bad timing, maybe?
We're talking about games, and they're upset because we're not talking about something they can engage in. So they're having their own little moment over there. So let's talk about something everyone else wants to talk about.
Well, no, fuck that. Blizzard also announced they're opening an esports arena, right? In Southern California?
Are they going to have BlizzCon or something other than the pond?
Blizzard
Or the
esports.
Honda Center, whatever it is?
I'm gonna look. I don't think it's for BlizzCon. I think it's just like a permanent esports arena.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're opening their own esports arena in LA. Blizzard Arena Los Angeles will be home to Overwatch and Hearthstone competitions.
You might play Smite anymore? Is that still?
I miss
thing?
Smite.
I mean, it's still a thing.
I was thinking about it the other day how fun it used to be when we were at work and we all were in this building and we had the Smite room over there, which was the gaming room, but we all just used it for Smite.
Yeah.
And it would
Smite's
be
a game.
like Smite?
Yeah.
Smite.
That was good.
Yeah,
times.
we had a Slack group. Smite.
And we do that every now and then for lunch with Battlegrounds now.
We did.
See, I don't
But
Wait, do you do it still?
the
well, no, we haven't done it forever. I
Oh,
was gonna
okay.
say.
Do you want to?
Yeah, we should.
we should do Smite again. I was
That'd be
thinking about
so
getting a
weird to jump into
PC.
the game
Yeah,
at
I
this
feel
point.
like the characters would be completely different.
There's a ton of new characters. One of our designers,
Get a PC.
I'm gonna get one.
I
I'm
love
gonna-
that everybody keeps getting PCs.
Well, it's like
everyone
I
is-
feel like so left out of such a big portion of this company because I don't have a PC for gaming.
Yeah.
Like
Michael,
I've never played PUBG.
I saw Michael's for the first time this weekend. His little setup.
Oh, he got one, right?
Yeah, he's got it all hooked up there.
big old
and
setup there.
I know you're working on one.
Well, I've got one thanks to Adam Baird. He actually is the most gracious man god ever, and he just gave me a bunch of his old spare parts, and I only had to buy a couple
Oh, wow.
things here and there. Yeah,
Very
he's a fucking good
I
dude.
think Andy's getting one.
Yeah, but I
I'm
need
happy we
to
have
get like a station.
so many people at this company who could help you though with that stuff. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know anything about PC gaming or what specs or like anything that I need for anything.
Literally, all
And
you
they'll
need
just
to
be
do
like,
is
what's your budget? I'll take care of
right.
it.
Just go to Adam Baird and be like, I want a PC.
And
be like, okay.
honestly, it seems really intimidating when you start, but if you just learn like a couple of basic things, it's not that bad.
I don't want to learn
honestly.
more stuff though. I'm at the max. I'm just kidding.
At the ripe age of what you're done learning.
28.
Thinking about even maybe streaming.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Streaming's fun.
I uploaded a full playthrough of a PUBG game of mine the other day.
28.
Totally no bad comments in there, right?
I'm 28.
Only one bad comment.
No.
Yeah, so most of them were okay. I admit I'm not the best player in the world. I just
Am I 28?
uploaded it for happy.
No,
to be
don't be
'cause
hard
I was
on
happy
yourself.
about it.
Yeah.
So, dude,
We're
we're trying to ask each other questions while you guys are talking about.
Ask a question. Propose a topic.
No, he was just
Did
wondering.
you dry hump a Sasquatch today? Because you were covered in fur. Barbara, I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. That's what I was
I
wanting
don't know
to
why I have
ask.
so much hair on me.
I was curious about this as well.
I did play with
Hair.
some doggies. Gus
Oh,
and
guess a good dog.
God damn, I hate that there's a dog named Gus.
yeah.
I knew you would. The second I found out that dog's name was Gus, I was like, oh,
I was sitting over there earlier,
shit.
and Ellie yells, "Gus!" I was like, "What?" Like, "Oh, the dog! God
Gus,
damn it!"
sit.
Yeah.
Gus, stop.
Shitty part is your office is, I think, going back over there, right?
Yeah.
So like you're gonna be right next to Ellie's office, and she brings Gus to work. It's like, Gus, what?
You're gonna
I am a
finally-
good boy.
The less
We
cute
just hired
Gus,
a new designer named John, which I'm very upset about.
who's also Jon.
I was gonna say, is he a Jahan or
Nope,
a?
he is
No.
Jon. So
We'll call him by his last name.
We're trying to figure out what we're going to just call him because we've decided we can't have.
He
two
needs a
John.
nickname or
Yeah.
his middle name. or
I'm
something.
good.
Literally in the same office.
We're good.
I'm surprised I've been good because I don't know. We hire a lot of women now, and there's always a chance someone's gonna have the name Barbara if they're older, but not if they're younger. I met this weekend at Rose City Comic Con. I met the first fan ever named Barbara.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There's no way you haven't met a Barbara.
that was
before.
I think it was the first fan I've ever met named Barbara.
That you've learned their name.
Yes, true.
Okay.
But usually someone
I
would
feel
tell
like
you that.
someone would say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my name's
I don't
Barbara
know.
too.
When people come up, they often don't tell me their name.
Yeah, but I think if you shared a name like Barbara,
Yeah, it's so uncommon.
yeah, especially for you, John,
Names though.
Yeah, I also ask people's names.
What's your name
you don't
again?
look like a Barbara to me.
I don't look
Great
like
to meet you.
Great to meet you. But it's weird because I was signing it for her and I put her name on it. It was weird to like sign it to Barbara and then write Barbara, like because I was signing it with my name.
To Barbara, stay cool, Barbara.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a pep talk you give
Yeah.
yourself via card form.
Dear Barbara, you're awesome,
Barbara. To my biggest fan, Barbara.
Barbara.
Trying to think of what other podcast.
Let me
topics I
read
have.
this here.
Yeah.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of Rooster Podcast is also brought to you by.
What we were talking about, you met a Barbara. What's like a fan interaction that you will forever remember?
Okay,
I met someone at a gun range.
I met somebody. I have a cool story, but what were we saying?
This actually just happened to me at PAX.
Yeah.
Last weekend. I don't know if you noticed. I will not sign shoes.
Yes.
Like I think shoes are gross. And I was signing, and I don't remember who it was. I think I was signing with Bruce from Funhouse, and we're sitting there signing, and some guy comes up and is like, "Oh, will you sign my shoe?" And I was like, "Oh man, sorry. If you have something else, I'll sign anything else. I just don't sign shoes."
Yeah.
And Bruce grabs his shoe. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll sign it." And Bruce like sniffs it. And he's like, "Oh, what is
Why
this?"
did he sniff it? No.
Bruce goes, "What is this? A new shoe?" The guy goes, "No, it's the shoe I'm wearing right now." And I look, and it's literally he took his shoe off and he's walking around with his sock. I was like, "That's why I don't sign shoes."
Would you sign my shoe?
No.
Would you sign a shoe if it was brand new out of the box?
I made an exception once. And actually, that's another memory I'll have. It was at RTX a couple of years ago.
Gus has to be there for the purchase.
It was a young woman. She came with a brand new pair of shoes still in the box, had the receipt to show she had just bought it, had a pair of gloves for me to handle it,
Whoa.
and hand sanitizer I could use after the fact.
Wow.
This is your kind of person.
And I was like, okay. I was like, you did everything right. Like, I know that these are new. I can wear gloves. I can sign it. I can give you your marker back, and then I can sanitize. All good.
Nice.
That's never going to work again. Don't try it. Wherever the camera is.
Someone burned that bridge.
Okay, that was the one time.
that was the one time.
At this week at Rose City Comic Con. I mean, every convention you have memorable moments, and
Oh yeah.
ever since we started Always Open, we have a lot of like people tell me great stories about how it's helped them or how they heard us talk about an issue that they were dealing with, and now they know they're not alone. And it's like wonderful like that. There's an episode that we did of Always Open where we had a tampon, and we're like, Chris, show us how to use this, and he like demonstrated. He was trying to figure it out, and then we showed him how to use it. A girl came up to me at the booth, and she goes, "I want to thank you so much for Always Open. This is really weird to tell you, but that episode you had with Chris, I didn't know how to use a tampon before that episode, and now I know how to use a tampon. So
Dude.
thank you." And I was like, I never expected to hear that from anyone. That's incredible.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balls to that girl for admitting
Hell
that.
yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, that's awesome.
That's
I'm
really
so
cool.
happy that helped you. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that to help anyone.
Yeah.
Like, you don't expect
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
When I was at SDCC, there was so the convention center was separated by like most of the other like restaurants and things like that by a train track, and this train was coming and people were trying to hurry across, and this kid was just kind of not really paying attention. And basically, like the way that train track thing works is, or was it was coming down? Yeah. So it was the train left, and then the thing was starting to come down. Well, it's got this big metal counterweight, and this kid fit perfectly underneath it and was not paying attention, and the thing was about to just like fucking crush his skull.
Oh my God.
So I remember seeing that, and then the thing was happening, and I grabbed the kid really quick and I pulled him in, and I was like, "I'm so sorry to touch you." That thing was coming down. Right after that happened, a cop saw it, and this cop came up, and he was like a really good-looking cop. He was like a hot cop from like a
Nice,
show or
nice.
something. And he's like, "Excuse me, sir." And I was like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?" And he's like, "Is your name Blaine?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "No, big Rooster Teeth fan." And he shook my hand, and I was like, "Thank you, sir." It was so cool.
It would be funny if you took you aside for questioning first. Can I ask you a few questions?
So you touched
Are
that little
you,
boy.
Blaine from
Did that kid thank you? Like, what happened with that?
No, I think he just kind of was just like, "Oh yeah, thanks," and just like super passive. I mean,
Saved your
kids are
life.
just, I
No
was
big
like
deal.
that too. I was just a fucking cloud in the head in the clouds,
Yeah.
cloud in the heads,
Cloud in the
cloud in
sky.
the heads.
On cloud 9. High as a kite.
So hot cop from San Diego.
Hot cop.
Yeah, hot cop. He had aviator sunglasses. He looked like a dude from like Miami Vice. Like this guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Man, I had a this is not like a fan interaction, but I had a really weird, I'm thinking about PAX right now because of what I said, but I had a really weird interaction on a plane on my flight up to Seattle. I flew from Austin to Denver and then Denver to Seattle. And when I got into the Denver to Seattle flight, I got on the plane and I was like exit row. And I'm sitting down waiting to take off, and then like the flight attendant comes back. She's like, she's like looking at something in her hand. She's like, "Are you Gustavo Cirola?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, you got upgraded. You can come with me." I was like, "Oh, okay, nice, cool." Walk up and I walk into first class, and they sit me down next to this dude who I'm like, this guy looks like he's in a band or something, right? He looks like an 80s rock star, like an 80s hair metal guy. Like he's still got the huge feathered hair.
Oh,
He's wearing
nice.
like Affliction flip flops and like super like patches all over his shirt. And I noticed him when I was boarding because he already was like drinking a Miller Lite, finishing it, and then asking for another one. I was like, wow, that guy's finishing 2 beers and I'm still boarding the plane.
Rockstar.
And then when I sit down, he's like, hey, can I get another one?
Jesus.
So I was like, wow, this guy's really going to town. He literally drank every Miller Lite on that flight. Like at one point, we got up into the air. He asked for another one, and the flight attendant was like, "I just want to let you know, there's only one more Miller Lite on this plane."
Didn't you tell us on the podcast?
I told it at the PAX panel.
Oh, okay. I was like, I've heard the story before.
I think I saw a tweet or
I
something.
Yeah, and I tweeted about it.
Okay.
And the flight attendant's like, "I only have one more Miller Lite on the plane. It's at the back of the plane. I already asked them to save it. I'm gonna go get it for you."
Jesus.
And then the guy's like, "Well, what other beers do you have?" So the flight attendant like pulls out his little tablet and goes over the beer inventory on the plane with this guy.
Wow.
Like, we have this many cans of this many cans of this. The guy's like, and the guy next to me is like, okay. So he drinks the last Miller Lite and then switches to Heineken. I think I wasn't counting at first because I was like, well, this guy's just drinking Miller Lite.
Yeah.
I want to say he drank like 10 or 11 beers on that flight.
How long of a flight?
It was like 2 hours maybe.
What?
Yeah. He went to fuck, and it was not like he wasn't acting drunk or he wasn't acting crazy. He was acting like a totally normal dude.
Maybe.
And he only got up to go to the bathroom one time.
Oh, that's the most impressive. I was about to ask how many times did he pee?
I know. He took the aisle. He was in the aisle seat. So I was like, I'm that doesn't inconvenience me or anything, but wow, I was like, that guy fucking drank.
That's impressive.
He might have had he just doesn't like flying.
Yeah, maybe he's just a nervous flyer.
Maybe. I was like, I was impressed. Like that guy. He went to town. He's
Damn.
fucking I'm never going to be worried about being cut off on a plane ever again.
I was going to say, well, if you're in first class, especially, they let anybody do anything there, right? Yeah, take all the beer because it's free, right?
Yeah, it's it was absolutely crazy to me. And then we landed, and he asked me,
and he puked.
No. Oh. He was complaining because he said his iPhone never auto adjusts the time zone.
Huh.
He's
That's
like
weird.
he landed and he was like he's like, look, my phone's still in mountain time. I was like, oh yeah, that is weird. And I looked on my phone. I was like, there's a setting, maybe you can check it. He checked it, and it was like automatic date and time update was enabled.
Phone just wanted. That's like maybe his phone didn't know where he was. It's like Andy's problem he's having with his phone right now, where his GPS is shooting him around all kinds of places. Like his phone doesn't, the GPS isn't working. Like he has a little app that he can track to see where it is, and he's left it sitting on his desk and then seen what it tracks, and it's made like insane drawings of like bouncing around all kinds of places.
Taz.
Yeah.
I think you might have had a tweet a week or two ago that said you were in Arkansas or something weird like that.
Oh, like my location or something?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the locations can be really
Maybe I was
weird.
in Arkansas.
Like I know Brandon a lot of times when he tweets, it says he's in New Orleans.
It might have been because I had Wi-Fi on a plane.
Oh, I think that might have been
and
it.
I was tweeting from the
I think that was
plane,
it.
and it like tagged me in Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I guess Toronto. You know, it's really weird. There's a direct Austin to Toronto flight. We went to Toronto to Fan Expo 2 weekends ago. It's 3 hours, that flight.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
really?
But it only
nothing.
runs like once a day or like 3 days a week or something.
Yeah, but it's like,
Why is that so much shorter than?
Then you would
And
think,
it's
right?
also like a smaller plane, right? Like it's not one of the big planes. It's like a CRJ or something.
I don't remember actually. I
regional
think
jet?
it was 3 and 3.
Was it?
I
Okay.
think so.
I thought that-
I wonder if something bothers you guys when you're on a flight and you land and you've docked and the lights turn on. Well, you've like actually hooked up and people stand up. Does that bother you?
I'm indifferent to it.
It bothers me.
Me when it's dumb, but I
It
understand
bother
if
me
people want to
because it gets
stretch their
people
legs.
off faster.
Yeah, and if
How?
When people,
Because people are ready to go.
it bothers me when
the
people
thing
from
starts
behind are
moving.
like trying to like muscle their way up.
If the
I don't
people
like
in the-
that.
If the people in the aisle stand up and grab their bag and they're like ready to fucking go when the line starts moving, good.
All right.
I'll stand out sometimes because I want to stretch my legs. Like I don't want to be sitting down anymore. I'm done with it.
And I usually take the aisle seat because I like to get up and not feel claustrophobic on flights. So I always stand up because I don't know if the people over there are going to want me to stand up. So I feel obligated to stand up.
All right. I'm just the weird one.
it bothers you.
It does.
There's a lot of shit that bothers me on flights. This
I
is
get
not
bothered.
one
I'm
of them.
like, we got another like 5 minutes before they even open the doors. And like, if you're in the back of the plane, why are you standing up?
That bugs me. And then people who crowd around the line waiting to get on, even though their boarding group is.
That bothers me.
yeah.
I think
It's
it's
the
just like,
mob mentality.
such
I'll-
limited overhead space. I think that's why people do it.
I
now.
get it, but I'll be standing there and be like, "Are you in group 2?" And be like, "No, I'm group 6." And it's like,
Sit
"Get
down.
the fuck out of the way!" Like, I'm just like move past.
I had a scary time at TSA a few flights back. I was traveling with my kids.
You touch your balls. Just
What?
answer the question, John.
No.
What are the numbers, Mason?
What was the scary moment then?
The scary moment was that we were going through TSA and I was there with my 2 girls and we get to the front. And this happens usually whenever we go through the first part where you hand your ticket and your license over and they check to make sure you're you. And they usually turn to my kids and they ask them what their names are, how old they are and that kind of thing. They asked my kids like, all right, so, and then who's this guy? Because they want to make sure.
Yeah.
Most likely, because I don't know if they do this to all parents or maybe even all dads by themselves. But one of my kids is Caucasian and one of my kids is black. And so they asked them both, and I think they want to make sure that I'm not abducting both kids, if not maybe the one that doesn't look like me. And my 7-year-old, when they asked that, actually both of them paused. Long enough where it got uncomfortable and I got really worried. And then it was because they were like shy, little kids get shy.
Yeah, you have someone with authority asking you questions. Yeah.
But it was enough where I got worried that I was.
Could you, if I was like, hey, who is this guy?
Dad.
That long of a pause. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Come on, kids.
They smiled at the end, like when they were about to say it or like that, but it's still like, my heart skipped because it's like, I just want to get on the plane. I don't want to go through the fact that I have to prove these are my kids.
Wow.
And it was, so that's just, a fun game to play.
Whenever I tried to smuggle kids through the TSA line, it's the same thing. It's like, we went over
They always
this in the
forget to
car,
call you
they
dad.
know.
Like now I like to make sure that I have like pictures of me with my kids. I'm like, this is me with them. And,
I think
it's a birthday.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. I think like childhood, like early childhood photos to prove that you've been with them for a while. Might help, huh?
It was a little scary. So I had to have a little pep talk with them afterwards. All right, when they ask that, just answer. Just go for
Very
it.
quickly.
Yep.
That reminds me, I'm sorry, you held up your phone as like to be able to show proof, and that made me think about one of the features supposed that's coming out with the new iOS 11 is that, again, it's rumor, nothing's announced, we'll know tomorrow. One of the rumors is that you will be able to disable Touch ID on your phone.
Why would you?
Because law enforcement can compel you to unlock your phone with a fingerprint, but they cannot compel you to unlock your phone with a password.
That's a very specific
So
law.
you can tap the home button 5 times and it disables Touch ID until you enter the password.
Well, so wait, run that by me, but slower because I'm dumb.
Let's say you're re-entering the country.
Yeah.
And you're at the customs checkpoint.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Customs Agent. Hello, I'm Blaine.
I need you to unlock your phone, Blaine. I need to look through your phone.
Here's my password.
Nope. Need your phone.
Why? But I don't want to.
Right. But legally, you have to. And you need to unlock it with your thumbprint.
Mr. TSA Agent? Oh, I have to do it with my
National
thumbprint?
Security.
I nod my thumb off in the flight.
They can...
I was hungry. They ran out of peanuts on the flight.
I don't like this roleplay anymore.
Yeah, you're really bad. I mean, you're doing the no.
Yes,
no, and.
Right. So they can compel you to unlock it with your thumbprint or your fingerprint. They cannot compel you to do it with a password.
It didn't do it, though.
Oh, interesting.
So
Well,
you can hit the button 5 times to disable
it's on.
fingerprint.
Like it should have automatically done it?
What do you mean?
I've
Like,
never
as in my
once been
phone right now,
asked to do it.
The OS 11 hasn't. Oh, you're talking about something that's going to come.
Right.
Bernie
Right.
texted you. What did he say?
He said he liked one of the pins that we released.
Oh.
And you want to know if we're going to
Did he
release
mention
more?
me?
He
No, he
invited you.
didn't. He didn't release you.
You sure? Can you? No. Did he talk about me?
But Rebecca Columbia does have one of my flying pet peeves. I despise the active gathering around the baggage return. If everyone took a full step back, then everyone could see.
Yeah.
Or
Dude,
I don't like
it's a
how everyone
diameter
also crowds
thing.
around one spot. Like it'll be 2 seconds when your bag comes around. Like fucking spread out amongst the whole thing.
Stand back. When you see your bag, step up and grab your bag.
Yeah.
I don't make physical contact often because it's like I just don't do that. I mean, I'll hug John and I'll kiss him till the end of the days. But if I'm at the bag check and people are crowded around,
nice.
I don't give a fuck if my bag runs into them while I'm like leaving.
Yeah.
Because it's like their fucking fault for getting in my way.
Oh.
They shouldn't be standing there.
I forgot to talk about this earlier. We're getting close to wrapping up.
Is that an
And
analogy?
He's so bad.
someone
Cool.
sent us this gift. And you can't read it on the camera. It says the
It's pronounced
Podcast
gift.
Brewing Company,
The RT podcast brewing.
established 2008, and said
They give you paper?
they had they mailed a letter with
That's
it.
nice paper.
Hello, Gus. I've been a big fan of the RT podcast for a long time. It's hard to believe you all are approaching 9 years of podcasting. RT podcast has been a great source of entertainment for me in that time, so I want to send a gift as a thanks. In this box, you'll find a personalized stainless steel growler I hope you all will like.
Nice.
And normally people leave like their social media name along with it. This person left their Xbox Live gamer tag,
Nice.
which is a first. I've never seen that before. So thank you, Eric. I'll say Eric.
Cool. That's awesome.
Much appreciated. We'll find a place for it here on the set. Maybe back there, right there somewhere.
Sweet.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Love you.
Bye.